Hi. We're keeping it. We did it. We went all the way around the sun yet again, and for some reason that means we all need to make the same 5 booktube videos. Like, we need to make DNFs of the year, best books of the year, worst books of the year, Goodreads reading statistics, need to make reading goals. I'm going to make 2 of those videos. I'm going to try and smush all the other ideas into them. First things first though, Christmas is over, which can kind of only mean one thing. It's Halloween. I really hope that looked as dumb as I wanted it to. So welcome to this new format, this award show of books, the highest honour any book could possibly receive, to be nominated in any category for the cookies. And now I feel like I need like an award to present each book. This very foggy panda snow globe from San Diego Zoo, which lost half of its water in an ocean. A cookie. I've got biscuits. I can give it a cookie. Oh, changes the game. So every book which won a piece of my heart this year will win a cookie. That was much crumblier than I had any right to expect it to be. The first category we are going to be discussing today is the best short story I read last year, and there weren't many contenders, but it was definitely between Distance of the Moon by Italo Calvino and The Three Electronites by Stanislaw Lem. I think I was so shocked to find some Lem that I actually enjoyed that I gave it like a higher rate than it really deserved. So it's no surprise. It is Distance of the Moon by Italo Calvino was the best short story I read last year. It was just really beautiful, it was really chilled, it like helped me find some inner peace in a stressful year, and I read it a lot, like at least 7 times. So have a cookie. The best poetry collection I read in 2019, because this was the year I really got into poetry and started kind of trying to write my poetry more purposefully, getting my poetry published. The best poem I read, or the best collection I read, was The Universe and Me by Toria Garbutt, who is a Yorkshire poet who writes about Yorkshire things, and I just really appreciated it. It was a really good time. In April time, I went through a phase of reading like a lot of graphic novels and then not reading another one for the rest of the year. But the best graphic novel I read was Pantheon. It is kind of like a really sweet illustration style, and it's all about Egyptian gods. I actually think about a variety of gods, and it's just told really, really sweetly and with so much humour. It's quite an adult graphic novel. There are lots of like sexy bits in it, but it was really quite cute, and it's like trying to align those 2 parts of it. It's just really fun. I only read 1 or 2 classics, so let's talk about modern classics instead. I had a really good year with modern classics. I really enjoyed the ones I read. I think overall the best modern classic I read this year was Perfume by... Don't Fail Me Now, Goodreads by Patrick Schuttkind. My friends Amy and Rachel have been going on about this book for years. Like, I remember when Rachel was trawling through Waterstones being like, Amy told me I need to read this book. And that was like a good 4 years ago. But I found an audiobook and I managed to pick it up, and it was just absolutely amazing. I enjoyed it so much. It was like absolutely terrifying. It's the only creepy book I read this Halloween. It was just mesmerising. It's about a serial killer who creates perfumes of his victims, and it just gets steadily darker, and you can almost empathise with this absolutely repugnant character. We're not doing this as the best book we've read, we're doing it as the funnest reading experience. We're not even going to fuck about with this. It was Daisy Jones and the Six. Flew through it, have lent it to everyone I know, have bought it for everyone. I know. People who don't read have got this book for Christmas and are genuinely excited about it because I don't shut up about how good it is. I know it's not a brand new format like everyone says. Other people have done interview formats in books, and I dare say people have done it better, but it's exactly about what I'm interested in. I'd never thought to look to books to fill that like 80s music hole in my heart, that like rock bands going soft kind of vibe, but I had so much fun. I think I read it in like an hour. I just absolutely smashed through it. It was disgusting. I don't even care that the last person I lent it to has not given me it back. I'm just so happy it's out there in the world being read. If anyone deserves a cookie today, it's Daisy Jones. I mean, I guess we'll have to throw YA a bone. The best YA I read this year was A Darker Shade of Magic. I think that's the first book in the trilogy. It was cracking. Have a cookie. I read a lot of translated fiction this year. Like, not like a lot, but like the majority of what I read was translated. So for me, that is growth. And it was something I really wanted to focus on last year, so I'm really, really glad I did. But picking a favourite is going to be really hard. Like, I read some absolutely phenomenal translated works in 2019. Read some crap ones, but I read some really good ones too. Last Children of Tokyo was beautiful and frightening. If Cats Disappeared from the World, like, bizarrely existential. Crimson, my first queer translated novel, and like, I went on Michael's podcast because of it. Like, Crimson. The memories. Fuck it. We are giving the cookie to Crimson by Nivek Corneliusson. Does it say who it's translated by? It doesn't. Ooh. And all the information is in Greenlandic. Translate, you did an excellent job too. Sci-fi and fantasy. We read a lot of those. I am going to give fantasy to... You know what? Crooked Kingdom. Crooked Kingdom. Have yourself a cookie. Sci-fi YA. Fantasy YA. I read a couple and you were both real good. Like, pop off. I read a lot of like kind of like cult classic sci-fi this year. Really enjoyed Chucky. Really hated Solaris. But I think I'm going to give it to a newcomer. I'm going to give it to The Psychology of Time Travel by Kate Mascarenhas. Purely because speech therapists get a shout out. Have a cookie. This is so dumb. Oh wait, best book of the year? Should we do honourable mentions? Honourable mentions, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Always perfect. She never lets me down. We met her, she signed my copy. She said, "Aww," when she realised that me and my girlfriend were getting both of our names signed the book too. I think we were the first couple she signed for. It was real gay. Another honourable mention, which is really, really important, is Good Omens, purely because it derailed my reading year to such a degree when Good Omens came out. I read the book when I was like 16, kind of put it away with the rest of my hyperfixations, and then the TV show came back and it improved all the things I didn't like about the book. So we are going to be standing Good Omens till the day we die, and because I'm me, I didn't just reread the book. I went and sat on the bench in St James's Park where a lot of Good Omens was filmed, and I reread the book entirely on that bench over summer. Yeah, we stan a hyperfixation in this house. I mean, Vox gets a shout out for having the weirdest bastardisation of speech therapy I've ever seen in a book. Go off. Also, honourable mention for The Little Book of Bees by Hilary Keeney, because, let me tell you for why, I'm converted. Bees, little friends, protect, support, love. But the character assassination on flies. What fly hurt you, Hilary? Like, absolutely, she said, fuck fly rights. Get the fuck out of here, flies. We only stand the bees. And honestly, if Nicolas Cage can do that for the bees, then I think I can too. Best book of the year. Best book of the year. Best book of the year. is Dun 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 Dun, Lanny by Max Porter. You get a cookie and a half, a cookie and a half, because fuck, I dropped a cookie. You get it because it felt like a fever dream. That's my favourite thing in literature. I might make a whole video about it. Books that feel like you have influenza in 1920 and you are just kind of wading through the pudding of air to try and recover from what you are experiencing. It was beautiful. It wasn't strictly northern, but I got a northern tang, if you will. It's kind of about British folklore and how children interact with the mysterious, and just like a family come to terms with the loss of a child or not come to terms with the loss of a child. And I think Max Porter could kind of like write a book about a single turd, and it would be my book of the year. Max Porter can do no wrong. Oh, be still, my beating heart, for Max Porter. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations for this honour. So now, I do believe the cookies are complete, and we're going to be the basic bitches who look at the 2019 in books. This will be backwards, so I will stop showing it to you. You know what it looks like. You've seen. And also this isn't a reaction video because I'm not that bitch. But let's have a look anyway at my 2019 year of books, which I've already seen. So this is disappointing. I had a lot going on this year, good and bad, and reading definitely took a back seat. I was doing really, really well until like the end of April. And by that I mean I was reading lots of very short books. But then my birthday hit, exams hit, and I basically didn't read from May onwards. I maybe read like a book a month for the rest of the year, which were also very short. So in total I read 15,869 pages across 81 books, which is an average, tell me the average? Of 195 pages. That is shocking. That's real bad. The shortest book I read was a poetry collection called In Retail by Jeremy Dixon, which I loved because it was like my experience working in a crappy retail job, made even camper and even more savage. Somehow the longest book I read was a graphic novel. It was Thornhill, and it was 544 pages. And it was real creepy, but there wasn't a lot of words in it. The most popular book I read, is a surprise to no one, is A Clockwork Orange. Over 1 million people also read A Clockwork Orange this year, which is interesting that it's still that many people reading that book every year. It's actually 1,031,436. So damn! Get it, Anthony Burgess. And again, In Retail was my least popular book. Only 7 people read that with me this year, which, you know, is a shame because it's cracking. My highest rated on Goodreads was The Art and Origins of Steven Universe. It's a TV show. Watch it. I cry, even though it's a cartoon. And it kind of has a 4.73 average. I'm sure I didn't give it that high. It was cute. I always find art and design books really hard to get through, like a bit of a trudge, but it was cute and I enjoyed it, and I can now kind of draw Steven from Steven Universe. So thanks for the hot tips. And then we just move on to the first review of the year, which was 4.5 stars. A real review, not just like, oh, we stan, which is like my normal review style. And it was The End We Start From by Megan Hunter, which was a cracking way to start last year. Is there any other data on here? My last review of the year, which was for Dreams from Many Rivers, which isn't true. Is it? It might be. Which is a kind of riff on the Spoon Rivers anthology, which I also read this year, because I'm becoming well versed in poetry. I can't even say it with a straight face. I can't. So, that. I have started reading something this year, and it's not a short book. I was about to show you the Dust Jacketless version, and realised how useless that would be. It's The Starless Sea by Emily Morgenstern. Erin Morgenstern! I do it every time. Oh, what's that? A Waterstones exclusive edition? Oh, I hadn't noticed. Sorry. I had not foreseen how beautiful this book was. So you'd like to look at the end papers. Bees. Bees. Our new aesthetic. Bees. And again, it's a fever dream book, so I can foresee myself loving this book, but it has taken me a long time to read it. Like, I read 63 pages yesterday and it took me an hour and a half. Which for me, like, is normally unforgivable, but, like, I cannot rush this book. It's, like, such honey thick prose that it's, like, taken me a long time to, like, slowly munch through it. But I'm not mad about it. We're being chill this year. We're taking it as it goes. So, you know, oh, solid. We're making progress. This year is gonna be good. But even if it's not a good reading year, doesn't mean it's gonna be a bad year. Let's just keep an open mind, guys. So, I've been filming for half an hour, and I have no means to edit this properly while I am at home. I hope 2019 was not a shit year in either a life or reading context, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.